Alright, give me 1 sec, guys. Trying to fix the resolution here. 1 sec. Just gonna give it a few minutes. Wait for some people to drip on in. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see here. What's up, everybody? Just trying to see where exactly I can see chat there on this live. Let me see. Hey, I'll be starting in a couple minutes here. Got 100 views on. Awesome, awesome. What's up, everybody? Like I said, just give it around 2-3 minutes. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out on the live streaming side of things, as well as being able to see the actual comments coming in. I honestly haven't done a YouTube live stream before, so want to try it out and do it today for our weekly watch list that we put out. So I'll still be putting this out later on, but just want to do a little live one for you guys. So we'll start in a couple minutes, all right? So cool. There we go, awesome. So we got Philip, we got Foos. What's up, Foos? Nathan's on here. Perfect. So I got around 8 or 9 plays today that are looking pretty hot for tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play out, but the market will start with that today. So hopefully you guys can see my proper screen perfect here. So looking at the futures, we're gapping down from 2,820 down to 2,780 right now. So I drew a fib retracement here that I usually do. I talk about this in chat a lot, from the bottom of the run to the top, and we're just kind of hovering around that 23.6% fib level on the futures right now. So it's going to be interesting to see where we actually open up tomorrow, if we can hold up or not. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. Again, we are kind of moving into the week a little bit bearish. Like I talked about in chat, we broke down that 13 EMA on the daily, which I can probably show a little bit easier on this chart here. Let me pull that up for you guys. So yellow line right here is a 13 EMA. So yesterday we closed below it, and now we're gapping well below it. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can hold this gap down or if we keep basing out like we are. But my overall target for the market is within this week, us dropping back down on ES, the E-minis, down to 266.3. So that's my target for it. But basically, let's get into the actual plays that we're going to be watching for tomorrow. So first off, I'll start with some large caps. This is going to be a lot more large and mid cap heavy, just because a lot of these small caps like Amtx, for example, if we look at them on Friday, they had fantastic runs in the morning, but then faded off throughout the day. So we are watching for some bounces on them But if they don't get to those levels, I'm not going to be taking trades on them. So we can actually start with Amtx. So let me pull up the screen here. So we got Amtx right here. As you can see from the daily chart, let me actually move back around 3 years on this. Every time this thing tries to run, it fails, right? You have all these extended wicks. Every single run it makes, this thing sells off. So we know this likes to actually pop and get sold into and fade off, right? So that's exactly what it did on Friday's session. We popped up from around 58 cents up to a high of 170 and faded off pretty hard throughout the day after that initial run in the open in the first 2 hours of the session. So we're down towards around 80 cents pre-market. So what I want to see is a pop towards 120 to 127 tomorrow. If we get that, I know it is a little bit of an expanded range or kind of a abnormal move for this thing on a day two, because day two, every single time this thing has a run, it drops. I mean, it has a fantastic day one, but this can never hold up and actually move. So what I'm looking for is a pop into that 127, 130 area, 120 tomorrow on low volume to short into. And why am I looking at that? Well, if we just clear all drawings here, we have these 2 days that failed, and also this range to hold it up at 130, right? So go here, 127, we have this resistance point, that res to work off of, and also a little bit of intraday res right here, and at 120 right here to work off of. So all longs, throughout this day are caught underwater. So if anyone's actually holding this long overnight, they're going to be looking to get out. And if this thing moves to 120, 130, they're going to look at that as a fantastic price to get out of this thing at. Fantastic. So that's what I'm watching. But again, the likelihood of Amtx popping up towards that level is slim, just because the behavior of this thing, every other run, day two, has been a knife drop on that. So, but if it gets there, perfect. I set some alerts. I'll set some fantasy orders at the open. See if we hit that. That's perfect. But let's move into some of the mid to large cap plays I'm watching here. So, shop. Let me look at my notes here. So shop, what I'm looking for, as you guys know from chat, the 13 EMA on the daily is my favorite indicator. It's a short-term trend indicator that I always watch for plays. So obviously this thing has been kind of just chopping around after this initial run from the low 330s up to 650. That's a fantastic run here the past couple months, but basically it's now just sitting and consolidating. So on this day right here with, was it the 421, it had a PR that came out talking about a lawsuit that sold it off pretty hard, from 650 down to around 557 of a low. But since then, we've just been consolidating. So right now, I am a little bit short biased on the market. I'm also short biased on this stock in particular. So what I'm trying to look for tomorrow is a breakdown of 595.82 here, the low of day from Friday's session. And I'm looking to swing this thing if we close below the 13 EMA on the daily. So that's my watch on that. Very short biased on it. So next we'll get into EA, Electronic Arts. Very simple here. You can see it on the hourly. We have a range building at 114.50. If you guys see my trades, you know I love to buy ranges. On the daily, it's a fantastic range break. So I'm looking for that for a move back up towards, a swing back up towards 118.69, 118.70. Pretty simple. Hourly, we have three tops at 114.50 that I'm looking to buy on confirmation. Holding up pretty well despite market conditions. So we'll see how this thing opens, but if we hold up around this 113, 114 mark and break above that level with a lot of volume and a lot of confirmation, I'll be much more inclined to scale into that there and watch for a move back towards 117, 118. Next up, I was watching Biib. So this is a healthcare stock that, it's been obviously moving with this coronavirus news, but ever since, October, November of last year, this thing has been moving quite a bit. Sticking to this range here, not much more movement than that, but basically what I'm looking for is a 289 breakdown on this. As you can see, that's where the low has set in twice on the daily. A breakdown for that can get this thing moving back towards 266. Obviously, it's not going to hit it in one day. If you want that target, you have to swing it, but that 289 should get us an initial move back towards 285 and 280 if it gets extended in the day, and if you're going to look to swing this thing, 266. So we got rejected off of the 13 EMA on the daily, and we're looking for a move back down there below 289 on confirmation. Especially if the market's weak, I think this thing is going to open a lot lower than a lot lower than it closed at 293. Ideally we open around 291, 290 and break down that 289 level and push lower. So again, buy it on confirmation though. That's what you need. Or short it on confirmation. So Boeing and airline stocks, I'm personally short biased on it just because I've been around enough in the market to know that anytime Buffett comes out with some sort of headline basically saying he sold all of his positions, this thing is going to get hit. So stuff like, American Airlines here, which is AAL, Delta Airlines, DAL, JetBlue, GBLU, Southwest, LUV. These are gonna, I'm much more short biased on them and stuff. So whoever, Buffett sold his positions, announced it publicly. So anyone who really has large holdings in these are gonna look to sell too, especially a lot of retail traders. So I'm short biased in the airline industry right now, especially if the market starts to get hit tomorrow. So that's what I'm gonna be watching. Gilead. So they're involved in the coronavirus drug vaccine creation. So if we look on the daily, this should be pretty simple here. What I'm watching, I'm setting alerts for around high 84s and $85 mark. Very simple. We had three tops here, right? Around 85, 86. So we know there's a lot of resistance at those levels on the daily. So if we get any pops into there, I'm going to be looking to short into 85 to 86 and swing that thing down. Yeah, that ticker was Gilead, so GILD is the ticker. GILD. So we get any pushes into 86, 85, that's where I'm looking to take it short. Very simple technical analysis reading right there. Very simple. So let's move into a couple other plays here. SPI is one. Oops. So SPI, obviously a really beat down daily chart down here. Doesn't really hold its spikes well. So all I'm watching for tomorrow, I drew a fib retracement from the low of the run at 65 cents up to the high around 187. I think I'm off by a couple cents. But essentially what I'm watching for is a pop into the 23.6% fib level at 158 for a short back down. I'm short buying on this thing. We had a gap up, but sold off pretty hard throughout the day. So that shows anyone that's holding or has long-term interest in this stock is selling this thing on any sort of strong gap ups. I mean, you can even see the past 2 days it had runs here on the daily chart, right? We had extended wicks. So people are selling this thing. So if, Christmas comes early and we get some pop into 158, that's what I'm going to be shorting at. Yeah, no worries. I know it can be a little bit hard to read these things, especially if you're on mobile watching this. So, no worries, Dana. Checking some more stocks I had. So, Mist. I'm actually going to check the... So, 8.63 million share float according to Trade Ideas. Again, if you want an accurate depiction of the actual float, you're going to want to actually calculate it manually yourself using the filings. But Trade Ideas is great to use a quick little, use it as a quick reference to check what these actual stocks floats could be. But essentially, we gapped down pretty hard back in March from $14 down to a low of 169. Created this little range here at 341 and some change, and broke above it on Friday's session. So what I'm watching for is a dip back down towards that 340 level, the support from the range that it created, and I'm going to look to dip by that if we see any strength come in. The reason for that is look at how much volume we had, right? 28.8 million shares traded on that thing as it broke that key level. So personally, I'm going to look to dip by that if we see any strength around 340, 350 on tomorrow's session, and I'm probably going to be in this for a swing. And also it lines up with my hourly targets, hourly support levels, that 20 SMA in the hourly. So that's what I'm watching. I know someone asked me about Facebook. I'm not too interested in Facebook right now. I feel like it's a little bit overextended. If you guys know my 4 EMA strategy I adopted and talked about in a lot of the little mentor sessions we do for people in chat, you guys would know that that thing is pretty overextended. But keeping an eye on it regardless. But yeah, nothing really too interesting happening on it. So if Nathan from the IG Live is on here, Facebook, I'm not really too interested in that much, to be honest. So Tesla, I'm going to keep it on my screens. Ideally, I want the dip by around 543, 540, the 50 EMA of the daily. That's my target for a long-term hold. But basically, right now, intraday, I'm not really looking at much for tomorrow's open on it. Just because it's been beat down from around 880 to 680. Things down 200 points. So I kind of want to see right now who takes control of it the next 1 or 2 sessions, and then play from there. Unless we move into some extreme levels like that 640, that's where I'll take it. So I only take stuff if I know who's in control, the shorts or the longs, or if we have some extreme move to the upside or downside, that's when I'll take a position. So. Yeah, that's about all I have on my watch list. So we got SHOP, which is SHOP, EA, BIIB, Tesla, Boeing, Amtx, SPI, MIST, Gilead, which is GILD, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on a lot of the airline stocks to see how they really react this week. But that is about all I'm going to be watching. So if you guys have any tickers you want me to check out for the next few minutes, definitely let me know. I'll be sticking around here for about 5-10 more minutes. But if not, we'll see you guys in chat. There is a link below to hop into our free training if none of this made sense, or if you just want a better background of what trading actually is, how you can get started, the strategies we use to make money every single day. You can click that link in the bio. Yeah, Facebook. Again, I'm not really too interested in Facebook. Let me see if I find anything else. Facebook, I'd look towards the hourly Bollinger Bands to play the extreme levels on. So 204.68, 205 level, I'd look to short if we get a pop in the morning on a reclaim, and 198.86, I'd look to dip by that thing on. So play off the hourly Bollinger Bands and watch those especially. So buy them on reclaims, though you cannot buy these things on the first clip. Yeah, MIST, I'll go over it again. I just went over it a little bit ago. But MIST, I'm watching a dip by around 340, 350, that range. So I'm going to see where it starts to catch some support at. But I like how we had so much volume to break this little range to the upside. I think it has room up to 753, the 50 EMA in the daily. So that's where I'm watching. I love this volume that came in on Friday's session. I just want to see some sort of quick sell-off and some sort of strong buying pressure at 340 right here to get back in it. Screen stocks, I use trade ideas. So I literally just look at top gainers, momentum plays on volume, stuff like that. I also have a 7 times ATR strategy I watch. So that's a scanner. Yeah. Any other questions anyone got? Let me know if you guys like this whole session too and stuff. I'll be trying to do these a lot more on Sundays in addition to the actual watch list that we send out. Aftermarket volume 2 and pre-market volume. So I look at pre-market volume. If something's gapping up after hours, aftermarket at like from 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. when the market's actually open after hours, I'll take into consideration, but I look at pre-market gappers for the most part, which usually lump in after hours gainers. So. But yeah, if you guys want more of this, drop a little thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to the channel. No, we didn't have the biggest turnout tonight and stuff, but hopefully you guys all got some plays going into tomorrow. A little more confidence if you were looking at any of these similar tickers and plays. But hopefully you got some good ideas as well, because these are all things that I look at on a daily basis, to take into consideration and make money on. So. Yeah, we have a Discord group. Shoot us a DM at Iconic Traders. We'll get you on in. You have a premium chat room, less than a cup of coffee a month, $49 per month. Gets you live commentary, live news screeners, live stock scanners. We stream our trade ideas every single morning, so you guys save money on that, and our news screener. So. Yeah, appreciate it. No worries. Like I said, it's one of my first kind of weekly live watch list. Again, I've been pumping them out for the past couple months on Iconic, but never really did them live like this. So, I'll be hopping on more and more for it. Look at large caps, but this is helping me know what to look for. Yeah, exactly. So I trade both. I trade short and long. I trade small and large. So anything that fits the strategy that I have tested for myself that works quite frequently and fits my actual personality and strategy, I'll take. So I don't care what the ticker is. I don't care what the market cap is. I don't care what the, whatever. Large cap, small, mid, doesn't matter. Niraj just DM us. Iconic Traders on Instagram. So, yep, Instagram. So IKNKTRADERS. Hit us up there. So, awesome. Yeah, take a few more questions if needed. If not, I will see you guys that are in chat tomorrow, bright and early. Any other tickers you guys are watching? I know small caps, a lot of them sold off on Friday, so there's not really much holding up. Which means I'll be focused on the scanners in the morning. See, Zoom, let me see. Zoom's been active. I've been watching it. Zoom, let me see here. Zoom, I'd look for a short around 142, just where my hourly lines up, and it's the previous day's high. So if we get a pop towards there and hold up around that level, I'll look for a short. But this thing is really strong, so ideally what I want to do is buy this on a dip buy at 130. That's ideal. That's what I'm really watching for. So, should be an interesting day though tomorrow. Let me see where the futures are at again. Just kind of consolidating after that gap down. So we'll see how everything opens tomorrow. But again, I feel like we're going to hit 2736 on ES initially, and then 2663. So. But yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you guys are all staying safe during this whole Corona stuff. Yeah, let me know if you like this. I'll be hopping on probably every Sunday to do this. So looking forward to seeing you guys back here in a week. And yeah, if you have any questions or want to get involved with Iconic and want to really take your trading to the next level, shoot us a DM at Iconic Traders on Instagram, and we will get on back to you. So appreciate it, everybody. Give me a little thumbs up in the chat if you're ready to go for tomorrow's session. I'll stick around for about a minute. So hope you guys are all hyped up for it. Should be a good week, really active. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, Nico. Sounds good. Let me know if the video quality was good here as well. I know some people had a little bit of trouble seeing like the tickers in the corner, but I'll try and fix that resolution for you guys next week. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good day. So alright, signing off here. So we will catch you guys all tomorrow, and it's gonna be a fun week. So keep the capital safe as usual, trade smart, don't trade like a total idiot. And 480p. Damn. Yeah, I'll have to fix that because that's strange. Let me see here. Shoot me a DM, Dana, on the page as well. Iconic Traders. I'll get back to you on that. One sec. Just trying to see if you guys, if like one or two of you guys can stay on live real quick while I try to figure out this quality. That'd be helpful. Oh yeah, shoot me a DM then. I'm one of the mods, just to add Evan. That's literally my thing. I need to change it and make it more interesting. So I'll do that at some point, but yeah, just look under mods, you'll see my name. Shoot me a DM. Yeah, I'm at max. I'm at 1080p in here, so I'll try to use this different streaming software for you guys next week just to get it to look a little bit better. But I'm not sure why it's looking that bad, to be honest with you. So yeah. All right. So hey, there's my man Yemi's in here. Awesome. Cool guys. So we'll talk soon and get right on back to you. So shoot us any DMs you have. Again, Iconic Traders. My personal Instagram is Evan_12_S. You can shoot me a message at any point in time. Looking forward to tomorrow's session. Should be a pretty active week. So talk soon. See y'all in chat.